Okay, so in this video we're going to look at percent of change. And a percent of change is something as simple as going to the store and you want to buy a shirt. And when you look at the price tag on the shirt, you see that it originally cost $15, but that price is crossed out and now it's only going to cost you $12. And the question would be, by what percent did the price of that shirt decrease? So we give that a basic definition here that says a ratio that compares the change quantity to the original amount. And my example that I just gave you was a decrease, but we're also going to see some examples where the change is actually an increase. The numbers are getting bigger. And when we solve problems like this, we use this simple formula, which simplifies to be difference over original. And I'm going to show you exactly what that means. So in this first example, we're looking at gas, and we're comparing the prices between 1970 and 2010. So in 1970, gas was $1.30 per gallon, and in 2010, it was $2.95 per gallon. So if I follow my formula, which again was difference over original, I have to keep in mind what the word difference means. And the word difference tells me that I'm supposed to subtract. So I'm always going to start off by taking the two numbers that are given to me and figuring out what do I get if I subtract them. And then once I do that, I'm going to divide it by whatever the original quantity was. And in a problem like this, I want to look at the times because 1970 came first chronologically. That price would be my original price. So if I look at my formula filled in, I'm going to start off, I want to do 295 minus 130, which we know would give us 165. There's my difference. And I'm going to divide that difference by the original. Since 1970 came first chronologically and gas cost $1.30 in that year, that's my original. My next step is to simplify this ratio or to divide it and make it into a decimal. So $1.65 divided by 130 gives me this wacky decimal that keeps going on and on. In my last step here, since I want the percent of change, I need to make this decimal into a percent. And I do that by multiplying it by 100 or moving the decimal 2 times to the right, which would end up giving me 126.92, so on and so forth. And I'm going to round that to the nearest whole number, which gives me 127%. And looking at these prices, they obviously got bigger over the years, so this percent of change would be an increase of 127%. Here's another example. We find out that Amber got a raise and her hourly wage increased from $8 to $9.50. And we want to know by what percent did her raise increase. So again, difference over original. So the difference is $9.50 minus $8. And we're going to divide that difference by the original, which was $8 per hour. If I find the difference, I subtract $9.50 minus 8. That is $1.50. I divide that by 8, and I end up with this decimal. Again, I want the percent of change, so I change this number to a percent, moving the decimal 2 times to the right. I end up with 18.75. If I round to the nearest whole number, I find out that this was a 19% increase.